Good morning. It's Monday, September 9th, and that means two things. If you don't name who you're criticizing, someone's going to decide that for you. Just like I did right there. Anyway, it's also time for the lighting industry news brief. We're brought to you by Keystone Tech and the X-Fit High Power Flood. You know what it's got? It's got color select, it's got power select, it's got a photo cell in the box, smart port ready for anything else you might need, and optic swap. That's right, 3 lenses right there that you can switch between without tools. Get it right on site. That's Keystone Light, made easy. The link is in the description. Let's do the news. Kickler has been sold to a private equity firm. Kingswood Capital will spend $125 million for the entire enterprise. Sonepar has bought Summit. That deal goes through in Albuquerque, New Mexico. No details on that, though. Golden Sea has bought SGM Light. This is a bankruptcy sale. SGM is Chinese. The deal went through at $3.24 million. The LIA has updated their Emergency Lighting Committee certification model so that it will now require photometric data. Midas Lighting has been sanctioned over trade with Russia. They're based out of Kowloon. It is believed that they provided American tech to the Russian army. Morocco has probed imported lighting. The Ministry of Trade will be determining if Chinese imports are harming the local Lux Lighting's domestic business. Lux Lighting already holds 82% of the market for street lamps and fixtures. NEMRA releases their Manufacturer of the Future study, identifying opportunities in relationships. You can read the whole thing. I should note right now, no news brief next week. I'm on vacation. You figure it out for yourself, all right? AMS Osram has extended their partnership with Ledvance. This is a trademark licensing deal for China, Macau, Hong Kong, and a couple other islands that will carry on until the 2030s. Cleantech has secured private placement financing with a $150K deal completed. Get a grip on lighting. Talk to Jake Waters about what's going on in the regulation world. Deadline for Beacon Awards has been extended. You now have until the end of today, the 9th of September. Batteries Plus has partnered with the Green Bay Packers. The Lambeau Field will be host to an education station on recycling. Arani is celebrating 15 years of work. They're a Canadian LED and electrical supplier, hitting a good milestone. We have the 20th year of Southwire's Back to School program. This is a charity effort from the workers that offers fully loaded backpacks to children in need. I think it was 30,000 kits this year. Nietzsche has committed to human-centric lighting with a press release announcing that more products will be based on their 480 nanometer LEDs for circadian entrainment. On the rep side of things, Classic Wire and Cable has picked stone sales for 3 regions. Elliott Electric has opened a new branch in Charlotte, North Carolina. Landscape Forms has picked Illuminate for New England. And Triangle will be repping Nicor in North Carolina, or at least metro regions of North Carolina. In events, we have on December 5th, the LPS Summit. That's a digital/in-person event with an awards presentation. That's in Bregenz, Austria. Be there or be some kind of rhombus. The 5th Vertical Farm World Congress program has been announced. This is a controlled environment agriculture event in Frankfurt, Germany. You've got the full schedule across 2 days, September 25th and 26th. In IoT news, Control Force is open for business. They're a New York State area service company looking for service and special projects. APP has bought UPS Sistemas, Australian Plastic Profiles, sells conduit and cable. UPS Sistemas specializes in integration, commissioning, maintenance, and monitoring of technical infrastructures. No details on the deal. NYC Parks have bought into the Internet of Basketball. A private donation has made hoops with 2 U's available on a couple of parks in Manhattan. These are 5G-ready, LiDAR-enabled backboards. It was my belief that basketball was popular with parks programs because it was affordable. In R&D news, we have a new perovskite multipod for LEDs. This is from Seoul National University, reaching 26% external quantum efficiency. The WHO, along with the Australian Radiation Protection and Nuclear Safety Agency, have found that cell phone signals don't cause cancer. This is a meta-analysis of 63 studies of adults from 3 decades, finding no link between cancers of the brain and any Gs. No Gs at all. None of them. LumiLEDs has boosted microLEDs with better external quantum efficiency and directionality for output. This is a new design. Speaking of new designs, we have copper iodide for yellower LODs. These are new nanocluster phosphors that will avoid the use of rare earths and limit blue peaks. High-quality LEDs are better for glaucoma in mice. Possibly also humans. We'll see how that goes. But high CRIs in particular are shown to reduce cellular degeneration. Nichia is ready to cut mercury out of their circuit board production using a new lithography, mixing lasers and LEDs. The University of British Columbia has developed a novel super black material. It is a new material that absorbs 97.5% of all incoming light. It'll get used in optical devices, consumer electronics, and also just decorative stuff, because it's cool looking. Unlike carbon nanotubes, which are very hard to make and very expensive, this is wood. It's made of brass wood, just treated with plasma. It's pretty cool. By looking at it, though, you are assuring me that you are not Anish Kapoor, nor are you an agent of Anish Kapoor. USC is illuminating your tissue samples. This is a new fluorescent tech that will spot bacteria in wounds faster. A Taiwanese tech team has partnered up with a branded blanket that does in fact help you sleep and boost your recovery from a number of muscle and circulation issues by bombarding you with deep infrared radiation while you sleep. And spiders, or weaver spiders, these are native to Asia, Korea, China, Japan. They're catching fireflies and using them to lure more fireflies into their orbs that they weave. They are teasing existing prey into lighting up to catch more prey, and that's kind of cool. Meanwhile, light pollution is also making the brains of spiders smaller. We have the risk of Alzheimer's linked correlationally in a significant way with light pollution. The St. Louis Arch is making a tradition of going dark for migration season. Sometimes the best way to save a puffin from being dazzled by streetlights is to just throw it off a cliff. This is what we're finding in Iceland. Ghent University has a new law school program that will create a light and noise pollution policy analysis team. DSI, Dark Sky International, endorses the U.S. Dark and Quiet Skies Act. The U.S. Navy has signed a contract with Starlink for their satellites. Google Nest is adding brightness controls to their devices, finally. Misiones Argentina is working on night restoration along the coast. Tubac, Arizona is now a dark sky community. Corrales, New Mexico is debating updating lighting code after some citizen complaints. And on Holmes Beach, Florida, an attempt to prevent illuminated kayak tours has failed. The judge has decreed that these illuminated kayaks may paddle on. Horticulturally, a Hong Kong Research Institute of Textiles and Apparel has launched a lab for growing textiles indoors. And we have determined that even on Earth, space tomatoes take up less space and produce more edible material. These are tomatoes based on the strain grown on the ISS. And recommended reading, all these links on nailed.org and more. We have contractors explaining the current issues with training funding. People are still using a risque term for flush mount domes. Even me. Not on the show. I think I'd get in trouble if I said it on the show. But maybe we should reconsider what we call those. Retrofitting the Henley Bridge in Knoxville, Tennessee. We have Norwegian ferries offering better lighting and interesting lighting for deaf passengers. Sesco Lighting is talking about their worker retention strategy and the house of the future. What is the IoT of the next 5 years? In local news, we can talk about reusing fixtures and adding connectivity. We have New Orleans developing a master plan for street lighting. We have New York State Parks adding more lighting. Liberty U completing a phase 1 of a major security project. SeaTac Washington has completed a Safe Routes to School project. Bluefield, West Virginia has secured $25 million in grants for safer roads. Shelby County, Tennessee is in need of new lighting at their jail. St. Louis, Missouri has retrofitted a library to reduce energy use. Franklin, Wisconsin School District has approved a number of energy projects. GVSU is relamping their sports lighting. All their indoor facilities at GVSU will be relit. Madera, California schools have $31 million to spend, including a lot of that on lighting. Signify is funding lighting for schools in Egypt, and a proposed bridge over the border fence in Tijuana is stirring up controversy related to lighting. People-wise, Jeff Ross has been named the business manager for connected lighting in North America at Trader. Fred Steffen, late of GE Lighting, is now a COO at Amcor. Ben Para is the president at Renson House Lights. Stephen Ritz has been named brand ambassador for Babylon Micro Farms. Johann Eckloff will receive the Penn Libraries Prize. And Steve Schwartz is looking for work. In projects, I have a cool website that will figure out how much green you will accept in the color blue. It's a quick survey. I think it's fun. Pass it around the office. You can also transform an old scanner bulb into a desk lamp, or you could mow your lawn with laser beams. Until next time, which is again, not next week, the week after, I've been Scott Walker. I want to thank you for your time, your attention. I also want to thank our sponsors, ETI, Espen, Revco, Light Efficient Design, Leadvance Sylvania, and Keystone Tech. Until next time, see you around.
There's a star that they call astronomers regret, 1/4 the distance from hell to our shores. It's said if you point your scope towards that star,
you'll go blind, you'll go mad, you'll be scoured with scars.
But do you believe what the fact scourgers say?
Down like popcorn at the end of a film, all dried out, congealed, and worn down to the grain. So she mailed an incision by passenger pigeon, packed her pet furies, and hopped on a plane.
She met Corpus Christos on the long plane ride over.
It put the southern man in southern Manitoba.
He wouldn't leave the cabin without proper disclosure.
They were married at customs, drinking value at ambrosia. Compass with a nickel's rations canvas to pay for his phony tour guide to Atlantis. From $3 grand a week down a shit-ass street, she resorted to selling a spit of blood to Guinness.
But September, you knew the streets of Vienna.
Like a painter can tell brown red from burnt sienna.
She scribes a style meltdown through a jury-rigged antenna.
The breeders and crossings were the epicenter. Washed up on shore, clinging to kelp and her last cigarette. Penniless and battered, ambitious and tatters, but each bruise is proof they haven't killed her yet.
She found herself back in the city she fled.
Well, she always heard the voices, now she knew what they said.
As the mountains turned canyons and rivers ran red,
The satellites all point to astronomers' regrets.
from heaven to here.
As soon as you see it, you stare with surprise.
You can't move a muscle, just watch hypnotized.
As the sun rises, fire